Yo, what up everybody, it's Theo Stewart. You know, if you're new to the channel, go hit that subscribe button, click that bell, click the like button if you like this video, dislike, whatever, I don't care. But for the month of February, since, you know, Valentine's Day and love and stuff, I figured I would do a little series, kind of contradicting that, titled, Do You Hate Me Yet? And just kind of talk about some of my feelings on a couple of different issues. It is going to be an 8 videos series, so there will be a video dropping every Monday and Thursday in the series for the month of February. If I hurt anybody's feelings, that's not the intention. I really don't care if I hurt people's feelings. In a sense, I've never been the type that worries about if I offend people. But that is not my intention, and I'm sure most of the stuff won't. It's just my genuine opinions on some of these matters. So yeah, also I do believe these videos will be a lot shorter than my normal videos, just because it's like a smaller topic, I guess. I don't know, it might not be, but we'll see. And this first video is, as you can tell by the title, you don't have to read to be a writer. I kind of gave up debating this with people all the time, just because, you know, I got tired of it. But I do believe you don't have to read to be a writer or to be a good writer. A lot of people say if you don't read, you can't write. I do not believe that. I think that is just a bunch of bullshit. Myself, a lot of people say, well, reading is like practice to writing. It's not. You don't watch football to, you know, be able to play football. You have to actually do it. So practice for writing to me would be actually writing. You know, it's not going to be good the first time. You have to practice. You have to keep writing to make it better. Some people, I think, you know, need to read, I guess, to write, but not everybody. Me, myself, growing up, I did not read really at all. I didn't really start reading until after I started writing. And then even at that point, I really didn't read that much. I read what I had to in school, which people would debate, well, if you read, you know, stuff at school, then you're a reader. No. I read what I had to for school, and that was it. And even then, I just kind of skimmed through the stuff, just enough so I could get the gist of what was going on, so I could write a book report, but that was about it. I didn't really read the stuff. And then after school, I might have read like 1 or 2 books here or there. But that was about it, because I'm very picky with what I read, and if it doesn't catch my attention real fast, then I'm just like, no, whatever, I'm done. But I don't believe you have to read to write. I was a straight A student in English and literature and stuff in school, even just kind of skimming through stuff. I know grammar, I know punctuation, I know sentence structure, I know, you know, narrative and syntax and stuff like that. When I went to college, I took about every English class I could take and writing class I could take, just because, you know, I was getting a FAFSA Pell Grant, so I didn't have to pay for my schooling, and you have to have a certain number of classes each semester for them to accept you. So I filled up all my schedule for that many classes with those type of classes, and I still made straight A's. So I know what I'm talking about when I write. I might not always use proper grammar when I talk or when I text. And then also, this was years ago when I was in school, you know, good 10 plus years. So some of that stuff might have slipped my mind, but not enough for me to actually need to re-study the stuff. You know, you do get editors that can help you with some of the stuff. But I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to writing. I know how to tell stories. You know, I've watched TV and everything else. You know, people think stories and books are just the only type of storytelling. No, any type of medium is storytelling. You know, you have a beginning, middle, and end. You have, you know, some type of inciting incident, a climax, whatever. Whether it's a TV show, a movie, a video game, just stories you tell your friends or whatever. You know, it's like, oh, you know what happened the other day. You start with the beginning, you know, the middle, it got this climax, and you kind of resolve it, whatever. Any kind of storytelling, you don't have to read to know the structure of a story. You don't have to read to know how to write properly. So I do not believe that people have to read to be good writers. You know, that's just my own personal opinion. Like I said, I didn't really read until after I started writing. I was basically done with my first book before I ever started reading more regularly. and I still don't even really read that much. Now I read mostly, I beta read for people, which are, you know, not completed manuscripts or, you know, polished stuff, so it's not even good enough for you to read just to see how it's supposed to be done, because it's terribly written and stuff a lot of times, because it's alpha drafts or, you know, beta drafts and stuff, so it's not, you know, a finished product. But I do read that a lot just to help people out and give them my opinions. I have been reading like art copies and stuff for other people so they can get reviews on Goodreads and stuff. So I've been reading more now for that, but still I don't really sit down and read for just pleasure that much. And again, I started doing that after I had already written the Battle for METAGORE, and I might have started before I released it, but you know, not much before. By that point I had already written it. So for me, I strongly believe you do not have to read to write. You know, and people are shocked when they do read my book and then they find out like that I don't read that much, and they're, oh, well, you couldn't tell. And then others, you know, I tell them I don't read, and they're like, well, I'm not buying your book because you don't read, you can't write, blah blah. It's whatever. I don't care if you buy my book or not. You know, I'm not doing this to get rich or anything. This is just, I guess, a hobby that I enjoy doing, so I just continue to do it. And if it happens to get me rich or whatever, get a large fan base, then fine. You know, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not going to tell you, I know, don't be buying my book, but it's not something that you know, it's like, oh, I have to sell this many copies, you know, so I can pay my bills or whatever. No, I have a job. My wife has a job. You know, we pay our bills, you know. Maybe not have a lot extra or whatever, but we're getting by, so that's all that matters to me. But again, I'll say it, you do not have to read to write. I know a lot of people that read nonstop. They can't write a book to save their life. They can't write a text to save their life. So those two things do not go hand in hand. If you want to practice writing, you know. And that's just my opinion, you know. If you don't agree with that, then oh well, you know, it's your opinion, that's my opinion, it's whatever. Nothing you're going to say is going to change my mind. I'm very hard-headed and stubborn when it comes to things like that, so yeah. Do you hate me yet?